By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step system for understanding your golf swing. You'll see how making just one small adjustment can unlock more power and consistency every time you step onto the course. We're breaking down the swing into clear, practical steps. No complicated jargon, just straightforward guidance you can use right away. Whether you're new to golf or looking to fix stubborn issues, this approach helps you build a strong foundation and see real improvement. Let's start at the very beginning with a detail that's often overlooked but has the biggest impact on your entire swing. Why the grip is the foundation of your swing. The grip is the single most important connection you have with your golf club. It sets the tone for every shot you take, influencing both the direction and power behind the ball. If your grip isn't right, the rest of your swing doesn't stand a chance, no matter how much you practice your backswing or follow through. Many golfers overlook this, but a small adjustment here can lead to big improvements. Think of the grip as your swing's foundation. When your hands are placed correctly, the club face responds the way you intend. But if your grip is off, too strong, too weak, or simply misaligned, you're setting yourself up for inconsistency. A grip that's too tight introduces tension and restricts your movement, while one that's too loose sacrifices control. The goal is a firm, relaxed hold that lets you swing freely while guiding the club with precision. A good way to check your grip pressure is to hold the club like you would a tube of toothpaste, secure enough so it won't slip, but not so tight that you squeeze anything out. This simple image helps keep your hands and forearms relaxed, which is key for smooth swings and consistent power. There are three main grip styles, and each serves a different purpose. The overlapping grip balances control and comfort, making it popular among players with larger hands. The interlocking grip locks your hands together for added unity, which is helpful if you have smaller hands or want a more connected feel. The 10-finger or baseball grip gives you maximum contact with the club, often making it easier for beginners to learn, though it can sacrifice a bit of finesse. The best grip is the one that feels comfortable and gives you confidence in your control of the club. Grip position matters just as much as grip style. A weak grip, where your hands rotate too far toward your dominant side, tends to leave the club face open at impact, leading to slices that drift off target. A strong grip, rotated the other way, can shut the club face and produce low hooking shots. Neither is ideal if you are after straight, reliable flights. The sweet spot is a neutral grip, hands placed so the V shapes between your thumbs and forefingers point toward your trailing shoulder. This simple checkpoint helps you square the club face at impact and hit straighter shots. Mastering your grip pays off with more accuracy, better control, and a swing that feels repeatable. It's not about squeezing harder or making drastic changes. Just a subtle tweak can make all the difference. If you're unsure about your grip, don't hesitate to get feedback from a coach or use training aids to find the right hand position. Consistent practice will build muscle memory and make the grip second nature. Once your grip feels natural, you'll be surprised how much easier it is to set up a rock-solid stance. But more on that next. The foundation you've built with your grip is about to support the rest of your swing, and even small changes here can have a huge impact on your game. How a balanced stance sets you up for success. Before you swing, take a close look at how you're standing. Your stance isn't just a starting point. It's the base that supports your balance, power, and ability to move smoothly through the swing. Many golfers don't realize that even a subtle misstep here can throw off everything that follows. One of the most common stance mistakes is uneven weight distribution. Maybe you find yourself leaning too far forward onto your toes or hanging back on your heels. Either way, you're tipping your balance and making it harder to stay centered throughout the swing. This sneaky stance killer can sap both power and accuracy, even if the rest of your setup looks solid. Let's get specific about what works. Set your feet shoulder width apart to establish the right mix of stability and mobility. Flex your knees slightly, enough to stay athletic, but not so much that you feel tense or crouched. Tilt your upper body forward from the hips, keeping your back straight and your arms hanging naturally. Focus on distributing your weight evenly between the balls of your feet, so you feel grounded but not stuck. Ball position is another detail that makes a real difference. For instance, sports scientists recommend placing the driver ball just inside your front heel and irons in the center of your stance. This small adjustment helps you strike the ball at the right angle for each club, setting you up for better contact and more predictable results. A stance that's too narrow can leave you unstable, especially when swinging with speed. But the real key is keeping your weight balanced and your body aligned. If your feet, knees, hips and shoulders are all working together, your swing path stays on track and you're able to generate force without losing control. This is the kind of setup that gives you confidence before every shot. How balanced does your stance feel right now? Find out in the mirror. Grab a mirror and alignment stick to groove this setup until it feels second nature. Your future swings will thank you. A well-built stance does more than just keep you steady. It sets the stage for what comes next. When you're balanced and aligned, you're ready to move through the swing with purpose and control. This foundation quietly supports every part of your motion, making it possible to store and release energy where it matters most. With your stance dialed in, you're in the perfect position to explore how the next move in your swing can unlock even more power. Unlock power with a coiled backswing. Unlocking real power in your swing comes down to how you manage the backswing. This is where you store energy and set up the chain reaction that leads to a strong, accurate shot. Many golfers rush this part or swing too far back, but the secret is to focus on a controlled, coiled motion that keeps you balanced and ready. Start with your shoulders. As you begin the backswing, let your lead shoulder turn smoothly under your chin. This movement creates a natural coil in your upper body, building tension without forcing it. At the same time, keep your arms structured. Your lead arm stays straight, but not locked, while your trail arm folds at the elbow, helping you maintain width without collapsing. This wide arc builds momentum and puts the club on the right path. As you move back, let your weight shift gently toward your trail foot, settling into the heel. The hips rotate just enough to allow your torso to turn, but avoid sliding or swaying off the ball. Your trail knee should keep its flex, and your lead knee points slightly toward the ball. This controlled pivot keeps you centered, so you're stable and ready to swing forward. The takeaway, or the initial move away from the ball, sets up everything that follows. Move the club back low and slow, keeping the shaft in line with your target and the club face tilting slightly down. Avoid letting your wrists hinge too early. Wait until your hands are about waist high before starting that motion. This keeps the club face square and prevents it from opening or closing too soon. At the top of your backswing, your hands should reach their highest point, with the club shaft parallel to the ground and the club face tilting slightly downward. Your lead wrist stays flat, supporting the club and helping everything stay in line. Your spine angle should look the same as it did at address, with your back facing the target and your head steady. If you notice the club crossing behind your head or the shaft pointing well past parallel, you've likely lost structure and are at risk of inconsistent contact. Tempo is just as important as position. A smooth, steady backswing gives you time to create that coil and store energy. Think of it as winding a spring, controlled and deliberate, not rushed or jerky. This lets you transition into the downswing with all the energy you've built up, instead of losing it to wasted motion or imbalance. Mastering these fundamentals means you're not just swinging harder, you're swinging smarter. A coiled, balanced backswing gives you the foundation for consistent, powerful shots. You'll notice your ball flight improves, your shots go farther, and you feel more in control of your game. Now that your spring is wound, we'll unlock how to release all that energy in a controlled downswing, coming up next. Mastering your grip, stance and backswing isn't just about checking boxes. It's about building a system you can trust every time you play. Even small, deliberate tweaks to these basics can translate into straighter drives and tighter iron shots the very next time you hit the range. Take these steps out to practice and focus on refining each part until it feels automatic. If you found these tips helpful, hit subscribe and leave a comment on which drill you'll try first. Stick around for our next video, where we'll break down the downswing sequence so you can put it all together for maximum distance.